Hi guys, do you know you can give birth with midwife in Canada? You want to know more? Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. So in today's video, I want to talk about the difference between giving birth with a midwife and giving birth in the hospital. This research is based on my own knowledge because I gave birth with midwife. So come, let's dive into it. So one, before a midwife will take you, of course, you must have been pregnant. And before they take you, they'll ask you if you've been pregnant before, how many you've had, like how many children you've had in the pregnancy, and what's your history like, of course. Because if you have a complicated history in the past, they might not be able to take you. But if you're a first timer, of course, they will take you. In the hospital, once you're pregnant, your family doctor, of course, will be the first person to know, and you have to be with your family doctor till like a particular time before they can send you over to the OBY. Or midwife, they can take you as early weeks of your pregnancy, although your first appointment will still be like 12 weeks. Yeah, but as soon as you are pregnant, you can make a call to them for them to start your documentation. But I think my first meeting with them was around 8 weeks, yeah. And then that's like the admission process, because midwives are not doctor that knows your history, because you've had a family doctor. Family doctor will just transfer, they will request that the family doctor transfer all of your paperwork, like your history, because they use a share system, of course. So the midwife will ask for all of those information, of course, that the family doctor transfer it to them. Before they take you, you must not have any underlying condition, like high blood pressure, like blood sugar, like all of those things. You must not have it, because what they do, because they are not hospital, they do most of their things naturally. Even their births, if you check my birth video that I was explaining to you, they won't give you anything. They won't give you all of those epidural, or they will just want you to give birth naturally. So you take your time, like they take your time in laboring, although they have a lot of things that they will use in assisting you, but they won't give you any pain. I remember when I was during my labor and I was progressing, but it was slow and the pain was so intense. I requested that they help me out. Oh, they can't do anything. If I want at this point, I need to start going to the hospital. If I want, that they can call the ambulance for me if I think I can't bear the pain again. And all of these things, they will ask you before the day of your birth to tell you all of the things that they will do. So when they asked us prior to the day of our birth, they asked that, at any point in time, if you think that you are tired, you don't want to do it natural again, they just call the ambulance. Ambulance is to them, to the nearest hospital. They gave me the time. It's just like this, that they will get to the hospital and everything will be ready for them. And that even on the day of the birth, they will make a call to the hospital that they are having a birth is in progress, and that if anything happens, so there's always like a quick intervention in case there's anything like emergency for during the course of your birth. You will sign consent, of course. And for appointment, you see one of my antenatal is always sweet with them. They'll relate with you like a friend to friend. You ask all of your questions, you just like, yeah. And you saw my appointment room, like you can sleep, you can do all of those things. There's a place for your child to play around. Like, it's sweet for me, Sha. And if you're using the hospital, from what people say, the appointment is always, hello, how are you today? Are you okay? Do you have any question for me? Your next appointment is 2 weeks time. See you. Or like using the midwife, I remember when I was pregnant too, like I can call them and there are like 3 on me that anytime I want to, like, on call, like 24 hours on call, even at midnight, I can put a call across to them if I'm not feeling good or something. I remember there was a time I like a stomach pain somewhere around my tummy, and then I just put a call to them and they explained everything, like, oh, this is what you should do. If you need a medication, let us know, we can send this one to you. It's always that easy. The communication is always 24/7 with the midwife. You can ask them any question when you're anything you want to ask them, they'll give you attention to it. And so for hospital, okay, let's check the baby, see you. Meanwhile, before they can check the baby, they check the baby. Of course, they'll check the baby and all of those things. You just like chit chat before they even do all of those ones. All is natural. No morphine, no epidural, no fentanyl, all of those pain relief they don't give. So if you know you want to go to them, just be prepared. But one thing I know that they did, instead of all of the pain, is to help me assist my labor. You know, at some point I wasn't progressing very well, so they gave me like a breast pump to use, and that thing aided like contraction, instant contraction, like pushed me up from a particular centimeter to a higher centimeter. And then another one is you can go into, like the one I used here, you can go into the water. I was in the water till like 8 centimeter before they brought me out, because they asked that if I give birth in the water, I have to stay in the water till they clean me up. And you know, I was tired then, I just needed to sleep on the bed. And you know, you saw the room. I'm going to put the link to the video of my bed. You saw the room, the bed is like you're in your room. It's not like hospital bed, it's like normal queen bed. The bed can be raised. It's hospital standard. It can be raised up, it can be lowered, it can be, and that was the bed I gave birth to. They even tried to bring the baby out. All of them were just sitting around me. Oh, one was patting me at the back, you can do this one was. So it's like a family thing, like if you are using the midwife, unlike when you get to the hospital. The only disadvantage for me is just that you won't have any medication. Aside that, you have access to every of what hospital will give you, they will also give you at the midwife place. And then for hospital, the discharge, like the beds, for hospital you have to use like 24 hours if it's normal delivery, and if it's CS you have to use like 48 hours, between 24 and 48 hours. But with midwife, you have to go home like 6-8 hours. I remember I went home, I gave birth 4 a.m. and I went home like 7 a.m. So I used just like 3 hours. They didn't just discharge me. I know what's on your mind. They didn't just discharge me. They checked all of these things and they followed me. Like they were checking every now and then at home, calling and everything. And then for the next 2-3 days, they were with me. One came home to do all of the necessary tests again, like the next 24 hours test. One of the nurses came home to check me, and unlike the hospital that you won't go home, they have to do all of the tests. The next 24 hours test, they have to do it before you are being discharged. These people discharged me when they check all of the things. Of course, I know what's on your mind. They checked all of those things, and then when I was already normal, I was already back and I was talking normal. So they're like, oh, that means you're okay, you can go home. And then they discharged me, and for the next 24 hours, someone was calling and someone was checking on us at home. And for all of the tests for the baby, they did it at home. They came home to poke the baby to get all of the other tests that they needed. So all of those tests, they did it at home. They check me again. If you have any question, anything, you still ask them. And then they won't leave you until the next 6 weeks. So I was still going with them. I went like in another 1 week, I had another appointment. So before they discharge you on the hospital, they will do your hearing test. They will do all of those tests, the eye, the nose, they did all of those tests. So, and the first 3 days I went there, another 7 days, just like the normal hospital visit day that you will go after giving birth. So I was also doing that one. And at 6 weeks after the what's that smell? Pap smell test, then they discharged me. So I hope all of this information helps, because a lot of people are like, oh, compare your midwife and the hospital with me. So the information from the hospital was gotten from my friend, and the midwife is my experience. So if you have any question, put it in the comment section. And the next video I want to talk about giving birth as a visitor. So if you have all of those questions for if you want to give birth in Canada as a visitor, ask me in the comment section and I will make a video based on it. So I'm researching on how much it will cost you, the cheapest province to go to, is my son or daughter going to be a citizen, a birth, all of those questions. I'm putting them together. So if you have any question regarding giving birth as a visitor in Canada, please put the question in the comment section so that I can answer all of them. And if you are looking to give birth in Canada as a visitor, there's a group of like 150 people that I know that I can add you to if you want more knowledge. So just say add me in the comment section or private chat me on my Instagram. I'm going to add you to that group. And if you're in Manitoba already and you're a mom to a new baby or you're pregnant, there's a group for new mom, very juicy group that you can join. So just indicate the group that you want me to add you to, and I'm going to do the right thing. See you in my next video. And in my next video, I want to talk about things that you should do if you want to give birth in Canada as maybe a student, a permanent resident, all of those things that you need to do before you give birth. See you in my next video. Bye.